Hi, my name is Tammy Himes, and this is my leadership video. At the start of my organizational leadership journey, I would classify myself as having a coaching leadership style that involved teaching and supervising followers. As a coaching leader, I was highly operational in setting where results and performance required improvement. Basically, as this type of leader, I help followers to improve their skills. Coaching leadership does the following, much the same as coaching a volleyball team: motivates followers, inspires followers, and encourages followers. I believe that anyone put into a leadership role should make a decision each morning to have positive attitude that creates strong emotional connections with people. I considered myself a good team leader and have always viewed myself as someone who was born with the natural trait of leadership, when it is something that I was comfortable and passionate about. I have never believed that people could not learn how to be good leaders, or that they had to be born leaders. But I have always had the mindset that some people are born a little bossier than others, so being a leader comes a little more naturally to them. I am also able to say that I have done something to contribute to my learning on how to be an effective leader of a team in the future. Issues in organizational leadership. In the Issues in Organizational Leadership class, I discovered that out of the 12 different types of leadership styles, I fell into the category of transformational leadership theory. I believe that transformational leadership theory is probably the most practiced form of leadership today. This theory helped define the leadership traits that I strive to achieve. I want to cause positive change in individuals and our social system. Some people are just better leaders than others with the ability to adapt to any leadership role. I want my team that I lead to have trust in me, as I want to establish trust in my followers as well. Every team member should have a secure sense of belonging, which will help them to accomplish any goal that is set before them. I want every team member to feel motivated and encouraged by me. If I am able to motivate and encourage my team, then they will motivate and encourage each other, which will produce leaders amongst the team. The best leaders are not the ones that issue orders. Rather, they use transformational leadership to adapt to their organization in the face of a problem. I use transformational leadership to share my vision of an independent manufacturing representative and the positive benefits that can happen when you take someone off of the payroll and allow them to earn their paycheck through hard work and dedication. By doing this, several sales representatives decided to join me. Data-Driven Decision-Making 1 and 2. These two courses forced me to step out of my comfort zone and proved to be my most difficult courses, at the same time teaching me sales techniques. Data-driven decision management is an approach to business governance that values decisions that can be backed up with verifiable data. The success of a data-driven approach is reliant upon the quality of the data gathered and the effectiveness of its analysis and interpretation. Although I was very uncomfortable using the data-driven decision-making approach, it has proven to be very helpful by providing me with the quantitative tools to manage personnel needed to better manage my time and priorities when choosing a sales job to pursue or not to pursue. After completing the 2 data-driven decision-making courses, I believe data should be at the heart of strategic decision-making in businesses, whether they are huge, multinational, or small family-run operations. Data can provide insights that help you answer your key business questions, such as how can I improve customer satisfaction? Data leads to insights. Business owners and managers can turn those insights into decisions and actions that improve the business. This is the power of data. Start with a strategy. Instead of starting with data that you should or should not access, start with what your company is trying to achieve. Upon completion of the culminating projects, I felt like I had a wealth of knowledge of how to proceed or not to proceed with business partners. I found the key performance indicators very helpful. The KPIs highlighted the fact that I had some partners that were costing me more money than that they were actually bringing in. I was able to draw upon quantitative tools and analyze from several disciplines, especially statistics, economics, accounting, and finance. I was able to answer questions such as whether I should focus on one product or several, and if my company was on target to expand and be profitable. I learned how to create a proper implementation action plan. An action plan is a document that lists what steps must be taken in order to achieve a specific goal. The purpose of an action plan is to clarify what resources are required to reach the goal. Formulate a timeline for when specific tasks need to be completed and determine when resources are required. A sequence of steps that must be taken or activities that must be performed well for a strategy to succeed. An action plan has 3 major elements: specific tasks, what will be done and by whom. Time horizon, when will it be done? Resource allocation, what specific funds are available for specific activities, also called action program. The creation of an action plan was a great tool that taught me how to abstract data to make decisions that can highly impact my business. Behavior, Ethics, Leadership 1 and 2. In Behavior, Ethics, and Leadership 1, I learned about ethics in the workplace and the role of the organizational leaders in fostering ethical behavior. When it comes to ethics, we look to leaders to lead on ethics and take responsibility for both good and bad results. There are ethical challenges in leadership in every workplace. During those ethical challenges, you must remain loyal and consistent to your employees, making sure that you do not abuse your power or authority. The questions of does my action respect the legitimate claims of the people that will most likely be affected must always be in the back of your mind. We learn the importance of always keeping your own power in check and avoid becoming a bully. We learn the importance of not rewarding yourself, but rewarding the employee who earned the credit or reward, and in return, earning credibility. The 4-part moral compass really helped provide a roadmap for me when it comes to managerial decision making. The goal of the compass is to ensure that ethical decision making is factored into every organizational decision. The moral implications of even the smallest of the most routine decisions should be factored in. The 4 parts are purpose, principle, people, and power. I learned to ask questions to ensure my moral compass was in check. Will my actions serve a worthwhile purpose? Is my actions consistent to relative principles? Will my actions respect the legitimate claims of the people that will most likely be affected? Do I have the power to take the action I am thinking about taking? I learned how to compare my goals to the purpose I established. I also learned how to link the norms to the current situation or situations that I am facing as a leader, and how to make decisions that respect the rights of the employees without causing further damage. The case study of the Ford Pinto was a very eye-opening assignment to me. So many ethical issues were brought to light, but the one that really stuck out to me was the risk-benefit argument that put profit over safety of Ford's consumers. Ford made the decision not to improve the car's safety after the completion of the risk-benefit analysis. The ultimate decision not to make adjustments to the car based on the cost the company would incur versus the potential lives that could be and would be lost. In the end, profit was weighed heavier than the value of human life. Ford's use of the risk-benefit analysis was unethical and showed how white-collar crime was committed by big companies with deep pockets. Leadership Theory 1 and 2. In Leadership Theory 1, I compiled a SWOT analysis, which stands for Strengths, Weaknesses, Opportunities, and Threats. A SWOT analysis is a study undertaken by an organization to identify its internal strengths and weaknesses, as well as its external opportunities and threats. SWOT analysis is a simple but useful framework for analyzing your organization's strengths and weaknesses and the opportunities and threats that you face. It helps you focus on your strengths, minimize threats, and take the greatest possible advantage of opportunities available to you. By completing this project, I learned the key to survival, whether it is in the real world or in the business world, is to have as much information as possible, not only about your opponent, but about yourself or your company. That's where SWOT comes in. Within Leadership Theory 2, I had the opportunity to complete a process implementation plan. A process implementation is a process that turns strategies and plans into actions in order to accomplish strategic objectives and goals. Implementing your strategic plan is as important or even more important than your strategy. You need to set goals for your purpose, people, and tools. Where is it that you want to be when your process implementation project is complete? You need to set goals because goals serve as an important input when planning the process implementation. The strategic plan addresses the what and why of activities, but the implementation addresses the who, where, when, and how. The fact is that both pieces are critical to success. In fact, companies can gain competitive advantage through implementation if done effectively. Leading change. During the Leading Change class, I learned how to create a change management plan. A change management plan defines activities and roles to manage and control change during the execute and control stage of the project. Once you identify the change that is needed, such as a process change due to both internal and external forces, you can begin your change management plan. Change is measured against the project baseline, which is a detailed description of the project scope, budget, schedule, and plans to manage quality, risk, issues, and change. There are two types of change management plans. One addresses the impact of the change to the organization, easing the transition. The other tracks changes to a single project, creating clear record of product tweaks or alterations to the project scope. For my project, I used implementation of changes with a format that helped me measure and produce a strategy that will ensure a positive outcome. The change management plan gives you a clear direction to cover all the key points to make the plan's implementation go as smoothly as possible. Capstone 1 and 2. This course is the capstone of the organizational leadership major. It incorporated elements from all the core courses that I have already completed. These courses have been a great reflection of leadership and management and have shown me the differences and similarities in both. In Capstone 1 and Capstone 2, I have learned that all the great leaders possess two things. They know where they are going, and they are able to persuade others to follow. After conducting my 2 interviews, it was clear to me that the leaders are one of the most valuable assets a company has. While companies have managers, they do not all employ the right choices of leadership. For a company to be successful, leadership is a must. It is a clear role of a leader that cannot be defined with a brief description. The role and job description runs much deeper than stating needed task or requirements. They have vested knowledge of what it takes to be successful and apply it all in the same manner. Leadership has nothing to do with seniority, titles, personal attributes, or management. With that said, you must possess both leadership and management criteria to be successful. One must be both a leader and a manager to get their team to buy into the same vision and become successful. I believe I am a leader by natural trait and show a great amount of ambition, dedication, and drive. I strive on perfection and success and performance. I understand that it takes a team to be successful, not an individual. I am willing to apply myself and my knowledge in any form to help my team succeed. I will never ask a member of my team to do something that I myself would not be willing to do. I am a focused, disciplined, goal-seeking, and consistent achiever. I am able to create short-term plans that allows me to reach my long-term goals. I now incorporate all of the knowledge that I have achieved from the Organizational Leadership Program and use implementation plans, change management plans, and data analysis strategies before making any business decisions. My vision for my future is now greater than me as an individual. I believe I now have followers who are willing to help me reach my vision. My team and I have weekly meetings, both internally and externally, with our customers. Through my coursework, I am able to motivate and inspire my team because I have learned the skills necessary to build a trust system among my team. I believe that my communication level with my team and customers has greatly improved. I am confident in my new skill set and believe in myself as a leader. I understand that you always have to improve and continue to grow as a leader or manager because leadership and managers will continue to evolve and we must evolve as well. I plan to continue to improve my skills set by continuing my education so that I may stay ahead of the complex challenges that leaders face. Such challenges test the limits of an organization's current strategies and reveal the shortcomings of leadership. I believe that by continuing my education that I can be an asset to any organization, including my own. I am a leader who feels more comfortable being a leader. I am planning on using the knowledge that I have gained to better myself and better my chances of landing jobs that are rewarding. I will take what I have learned from each class and apply it to the situations that I face with confidence. I have already taken the data traits that I have learned and applied those to my current job and have had great success that has been noticed and appreciated by my coworkers. The Organizational Leadership Program at Texas A&M Commerce has adequately prepared me to become a leader, manager, and team player. I am proud to have completed this program and feel confident that I can surpass any hurdle that I face in any position that I am given the opportunity to be a part of. Thank you.